Afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Business Legal Lifecycle TV. Today is Monday, which is Fast Fix Monday here at Business Legal Lifecycle, where we go through some top tips or considerations that we have on a particular topic. Today, we're talking about 7 considerations for a franchise agreement. I am here, Craig. I have with me, as always, Jeremy. Say hello to everyone, please. Jeremy.
Hi, everyone. Hope you're having a great Monday.
Excellent. So, as I said, Fast Fix Monday, 7 considerations for a franchise agreement. So that's what we're talking about this month, is expanding your business through franchising or licensing or buying or selling a business. So, Jeremy, do you want to kick off with the first consideration that we have for a franchise agreement?
Yeah, thanks, Craig. So the first one is, do you have appropriate systems and procedures for your business? When you set up a franchise, what people are buying are your brand and your systems and procedures. It needs to be, you need to have it's such a systemized and procedured way that you can have anyone walk in there and do it. Think of your McDonald's. You need to have everything set out in a lot of detail. Craig, the second one.
Absolutely. So flowing on from that, are your appropriate systems and procedures and general day-to-day running of your business set out in a manual that someone can easily pick up and follow and run the business exactly how you want the business to be run? We have in previous shows mentioned our index for a manual. If you're interested in that, check out the website. It was on show 100 and what was that, Jeremy?
That was the education show, and that was 147. So
147, yeah. So there's the index for the manual there. Check that out if you're interested about how to set out a manual. Number 3.
Yeah, so the third one is, do you know if a franchisee can actually make money using your model? That may sound a bit silly. However, it's amazing how many franchises that we see just in our role as lawyers where people can't actually make any money using the franchise model. They're paying so much money in royalties. All of the profit has actually been eaten up and paid to the franchisor. Now, I know people who are listening to this show won't be that minded, but some franchisors might actually think that's a good idea. I think it's a terrible idea because you're setting up your franchisees to actually lose money. I'm not going to say any names, but I know a number of large franchise companies where the franchisees just can't make any money because they're either paying it in royalties or they're paying it in fit outs or they're paying it in supplies, and it eats up all the profits. So you need to make sure that your symbiotic relationship between a franchisor and a franchisee means that you're making money and that your franchisee is making money as well. Craig, number 4.
Yeah, still talking about franchisees. It's very easy just to take anyone on board, but you want to set up, when you're thinking about franchising your business, some minimum criteria and experience you expect from your franchisees. So basically, they've got to hit a certain mark before you'll give them or sell them a franchise, and that's a good way of making sure that you're getting the right franchisees, hopefully, going forward. So a minimum criteria and a level of experience that you want for your franchisees. So that's number 4. Number 5, Jeremy.
Number 5 is the training that you give to your franchisees. This kind of goes with the third one that I mentioned before about making sure they make money. You also need to train them. Now, you set out a great manual, you put a manual together, it's got all your systems and procedures in place, but you need to train them. The big franchises of the world, your McDonald's, all those kind of guys, they put their new franchisees through rigorous training. They put through their teams through rigorous training. You need to give them rigorous training to make sure that they know how to run the business. It doesn't matter how well you think you've set it out. It doesn't matter how well you think the person can actually run the business. You need to train them and give them regular follow-up training to make sure that they're doing what you need in their business so that they can make money and you can make money. Number 6, Craig.
Excellent. All right. And number 6 is, what boundaries do you set for your franchisees? So this is an important thing to think about when you're going to franchise your business and put it in your franchise agreement. What are the boundaries that the franchisee needs to comply with? What do they need to do in the business? Is there any discretion on anything? How are they to contact you? If they've got a problem, who are they to contact? All those sorts of things set the boundaries for your franchisees and to how the franchise is going to conduct themselves and how you as the franchisor are going to deal with any issues or questions or whatever it might be. So it's important to set some boundaries for your franchisees when you're thinking about your franchise agreement. Jeremy, the last consideration, please.
Yeah, so this doesn't apply to all franchisees, but if you're operating a franchise from a set location, so if you're a business that has a set premises where the business operates from, then you need to think about who actually enters into the lease with the landlord. Now, if you're not aware of this, there are two different ways of doing it. One, the franchisee can enter into the lease, or two, the franchisor can enter into the lease and license the franchisor to use the premises. There can be different reasons and considerations for actually doing that. So if you're looking at franchising, that's something you definitely want to get advice from your lawyer about what the best model is for you, and so you can understand the risks and rewards. That's it, Craig, for our 7 top considerations for a franchise agreement.
Excellent. All right, so that is it for today's show. If you are interested in getting the show notes, please go to the website. Today's show was show 151. Please subscribe on YouTube to get the content as it comes out. Or if you're listening to the podcast, please make sure you leave a review about the podcast and tell your friends about it or your business associates to tune in. We'll be back again later on in the week for our longer form interview show. We've got someone from the industry that has given up their time to come on the show and provide a lot of great insights to our business listeners. So thanks, everyone. We'll see you next time.
See you next time. And if you're in the UK, don't forget, and you listen to this live, don't forget that on the 27th of November, we're doing our UK launch. So go to businesslifecycle.com.au/UK launch and you can RSVP to come to that event. We'll see you on Wednesday.